Welcome to today's shoe review, the Adidas EQ 21. 21 standing for the 21st version of the shoe. EQ, from what I could tell, stands for nothing. So this shoe retails on the Adidas website for $80. If you're an Adidas member, which costs nothing, it's a 2-minute sign up, and then you get like one weekly email. You'll save some money, you get free shipping. Depending on the color version you want, they have about 8 for men, 8 for women. Some of them are like on sale for $72, some are $80, depending on if you want to spend the extra money for a different color. And then if you wait, they have different sales on the shoes. I actually just picked up another pair, which is on its way here now, and I got it for $56 on some early Black Friday deal. So if you wait another probably week or so, there's another Black Friday sale, I'm sure, and you can get it even cheaper as well. This shoe is fantastic. Before we get started, today's review brought to you by running. Need to get somewhere fast? Try running. It's faster than walking. You'll never have so much fun suffering in your life. So I've run in several different shoes over the years, and I will say this is probably my second favorite shoe of all time, behind the Brooks Green Silence, which they stopped making years ago. They made like 2 versions of it and then just stopped, and that was an amazing shoe. This right here comes in a close second. The only negative to this shoe is it's a little heavier, but overall still fantastically comfortable. Seems like it's going to last me hundreds of miles, so that's another win. So when you're out there smashing miles, like you should be smashing the like button, you should be doing this shoe. The shoe comes in at 10.4 ounces in a men's size 10. I wear a size 13, so probably weighs a little bit more. I don't have a scale, so I can't give you the exact weight. Feels a little heavy in hand, but on foot I can say it does not feel heavy. I'm more recently I've been a trail runner, so trail shoes are on the heavier side because they have a thick lug at the bottom for grip, especially when you're trying to climb wet stuff, rocks. Rock plate, which is going to add some weight to it to protect your feet from, again, stepping on sharper rocks, small stumps, something like that. So because of that, the shoes are a little heavier, a little bit more beefy. So this shoe, for me, I still don't think feels bad. And again, if you're using it for a trainer, using it for some longer miles, if you're new to running, I think it works. If you're using it for even some speed work, some tempo runs, this shoe is still great. So again, like I said, $80. Again, you can get them even cheaper, $72 for some of the color versions, and even cheaper than that if you're waiting on a sale or if you become a member. And I think for the price, you can't beat it, because most trainers are going to cost between $100 to $150, $60. And for that price, you're looking at this is $80. It's almost half. You get 2 pairs of these for the price of one of these other shoes, and then these racing flats that cost you $200 to $300 with the carbon plate. Get this as your daily runner, and you get one of those. You could have your racing shoe and still get great miles and great runs out of this shoe. This shoe has a rubber bottom, which I think is better than having the exposed midsole, because that's going to wear faster because it's not as durable or strong. Rubber obviously going to have a better life overall. The shoe is wearing great. The rubber is solid. It's none of the special Vibram, however you want to say it, or the Continental rubber. But I would say I even still have the designed where it's either, call it like sandpaper feel to it. Most of it still has that. A couple spots have worn smooth, but still a great amount of thickness for 150-ish miles on this shoe. Had it for about 2 months. Most runs range between 3 to 10 miles in them, so long runs, shorter, faster runs, it's handled it all. Midsole on this shoe is the Adidas. It's their new bounce material as opposed to their boost material. It's not quite as soft and supple as Boost, but for me, I think it's a better material. It still has enough cushion. I've never had any foot, knee, hip pain with it. And I think that this material doesn't smell as bad, where I feel I've run a couple shoes with Boost, and they get a smell or a stench to them, and I'm positive, or I swear it's the midsole material that is what traps, or whatever they compress and bind it with, is producing that odor. So for me, it just becomes a smelly shoe quickly. Again, running end of summer, early fall here just outside Chicago, I don't have a real strong smell. I'm not going to bury my nose in my shoe to sniff, but if this was Boost, I could smell it from this distance, which is, 6 feet away from my face, or 6 inches away from my face. So for that, I think the bounce is great. It's a little firmer than Boost, and like I said, not quite as soft, especially in the heel, but the heel's got enough cushion for me at least. Midsole here, or the upper here, is a mesh overlay. This is a pretty breathable. Ran a couple of runs in late September, early October that were pretty warm and toasty. Never had a problem with my feet becoming overly sweaty. And now at late October, early November, still able to run in these without, again, that aggressive hot foot or a cold foot. So traps in enough heat to keep your foot warm when it cools off, 40, 50s. But yet my foot wasn't super hot and was breathable enough in these 80, 70, 80 degrees. Another win there. Heel collar is a smooth, silkier material, which is nice. So if you wear a low or a no-show sock, you're not going to get a lot of chafing or blistering back here. I have worn some low socks, and if I wear my trail shoes that have a rougher collar, because again, they're designed to last a little bit longer on rougher stuff, I get an irritation rubbing on my Achilles. Not an issue with this shoe. Normal tongue, no gusseted or burrito tongue, so your tongue is going to open up and go side to side. I haven't had an issue with it sliding at all. My wife said it happened to her once because she actually has the same pair of shoes. I mean, slightly different. She has female version, smaller, but same style of shoe. And she said it only happened to her once, but she thinks when she slid her sock in, it rolled under, not the shoe error. With this, they have a plastic chunk on both sides where this Adidas logo is, which is where the laces roll through. So when you lock down the shoe, the plastic wraps and kind of hugs your foot, preventing any irritation or rubbing on the top of the shoe. And it also doesn't feel like your foot's being crushed by the laces, but you still have a very secure feel to the shoe. I haven't gotten any rubbing or sliding in my toes hitting the front of the toe box here at all. So you get a good secure feel without feeling like you're being crushed. So another win here on that. Laces have stayed tied, no problem. I just do it standard double knot. I don't do any of the like bunny ears or whatever you gotta call it because of how this shoe lines up. You don't really have it because there's only 5 full laces here. But again, no problems with slipping or sliding. Now because it's a running shoe, they don't have the heel cup, which again, I'm a fan of because I think it adds extra weight, and unless you're doing agility work with the shoe, I don't feel like you need that much grip or hook on the back of your foot because you're just going forward, you're not shifting side to side where you're going to roll an ankle or anything like that. So this shoe, I'm going to say, is great. They have a couple different color waves, the white in the men's, they have a black, an all black, black with some white, a light gray. They have one that's this neon safety vest orange is the most of the shoe with a little bit of black on there. For the women's shoes, this is my wife, she has a light purple. Most of her, like the women's shoes are more of a spring color. They're purple, like a minty light green or a light blue. They also have obviously the black version. I think they do have a white, but with more of the lighter colors as opposed to these dark black and grays. So for that, now if you're out there smashing miles, I'd smash it in these shoes just like you should be smashing that like button. I highly recommend these for all levels. I run probably between like a 6 minutes my faster mile pace up to like a 7:38 minute mile if I'm going a little bit slower. I absolutely love them for all different running speeds, distances, 3 to 10 miles. I would say 10K is my average run distance, and they're great. My wife, coming back from having a baby, being pregnant, so she's running a little less miles, a little on the slower side, 12-minute mile, and she is loving these shoes as well. She was having some foot pain with her previous shoes. That has gone away since switching, and she absolutely loves them. There's no complaints whatsoever with these. We ordered another pair. She's also got another pair coming, and she's excited for them. If you'd consider subscribing to the channel, it would be greatly appreciated. More content like this will be coming out in the future. But if you're looking for a great pair of shoe at any level, I highly recommend these. They are fantastic. The Adidas EQ 21, available at the Adidas website or the Adidas app. Go out, enjoy some miles.